What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and welcome. Man, listen, 37 pages. Doing one, part one. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. With the Rock With Me Nation. First of all, before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you don't like, leave a comment. I'm sorry. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. I've been trying to get this to y'all all day. And if it ain't been one thing, it's another. I see what Cat Williams mean when you say you got to have a hate on your team. Anyway, Doom War Part 1 coming at you right now. Hold on. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. All right. Here it is. Doom War. Doom War Part 1 to be exact. Man, look at this cover. Let me see here. We got Deadpool. Yes, he is in this series. We got T'Challa. That's him lying underneath Deadpool. And right up under him, we see Shorty. By her is Wolverine. And under him is Ben Grimm, a.k.a. The Thing. The artwork for this cover is brought to us by the team of Romita, Jansen, and White. Cracking this book open, we see Jonathan Mayberry as the writer, Scott Eaton on the pencils, Jean-Francois Ballou on the colors, and VC's Corey Pettit on the letters. Mr. Francois Ballou, I hope I pronounced your name right. Shout out to Jelena Djurjevic. I'm going to say that. Jelena Djurjevic for the Women of Marvel variant color. Yeah, I got that right here. Y'all see that? Bam! There it is right there. Okay, cool. Now that we are done with the formal introductions, let's get down to this story. By the way, this story was published in 2010. Yeah, John Ridley, 12 years before you give us your story of Wakanda being in disarray, Reginald Hutland gave it to us and Jonathan Mayberry is continuing it. Yep, already giving it to us. Anyway, we open up to a reporter from BBC News reporting on the turmoil in Wakanda. Specifically, what she's reporting on is the immediate trial of Aurora, who is basically being charged with attacking a Wakanda civilian. Can I point out again that the person who said the guy had a gun, as well as the scientist who was struck with the water bottle, are missing with no explanations as to their whereabouts. Just want to point that out again. Nevertheless, in what appears to be a massive courtroom, we see Ndega once again disparaging Wakanda, insult Aurora, and cast doubt on the previous leadership. Now, I'm not sure Ndega has done his homework on Dr. Doom or not, but he's talking mad trash to Aurora about her relationship with T'Challa and T'Challa himself. I asked about him doing his homework on Doom, cause Victor isn't the type to help an underling if they're about to take an L, and Ndega can't hold Aurora forever. And when that day comes, Doom won't be there to help him. Aurora also takes the time to remind him that he isn't Wakandan. T'Challa is. Yep, even Shackle, she being petty. You know, it's kind of crazy this book was published in 2010, yet it's people who didn't know anything about T'Challa until the movie was greenlit, the Black Panther movie, was greenlit, who feel the exact same way Ndega does about Wakanda. Like, you didn't know anything about Wakanda until you saw the movie, but let you tell it Wakanda wasn't nothing with T'Challa running it. Like, I don't know how, because he literally has not been running Wakanda in the MCU. He literally just got the throne, got thrown in the midst of an interplanetary war, snapped, came back, now he gone. But y'all don't like him though. How, Sway? Anyway, mind you, like I said, this is a fictional character, and you have real flesh and blood people who have a problem with this fictional character who did not exist in the MCU prior to Captain America Civil War. Know nothing about this character and have an issue with the character. Damnedest thing. Back to the BBC reporter. There's an inside joke in here. And I know it, but I'm not going to touch it. Who announces Aurora's guilty verdict to the world, where we see her press pass is essentially revoked by the Destoury-led Wakanda police. Next page over, we find Indega laying the law down, telling the leaders of their respective tribes to enforce the new Wakandan laws instilled by the Dasturi. Even so, a Marsh tribesman tells him that although they have secretly supported the Dasturi for a while now, they have also heard that the Dasturi have aligned themselves with outsiders. Boy, when I say that when the Wakandans don't like anyone but Wakandans, crazy, because we finna turn this place into a resort in the MCU. Yeah. Just did that with new Asgard, so we finna do the same thing with Wakanda, turn it into a resort. Anyway, y'all see the dramatic drawing of Doom as he overhears and oversees everything that is going on in Wakanda? Being told that the 10th lock poses a challenge, Doom shashaws it away. He's like, man, the 10th lock is a computer encrypted. It's got alchemical symbols on it. To unlock it, someone just needs to know the correct spell, which he does, and a blood sacrifice, which he gets from one of the Dasturi. Like, seriously, who in their right mind does business with Victor Von Doom? Just don't get it. From there, we move to Utopia Nation, current home of the X-Men, as we find Cyclops, Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Emma Frost, aka the White Queen, watching several news monitors display the civil unrest in Wakanda. Their priority, however, is the incarceration of one of their teammates, Aurora Monroe, aka Storm. Being the heroes that they are, they know it takes more than a few angry civilians to lock up Aurora and make T'Challa bounce. Something's not quite right. As they try to unpack matters even further, Cypher tries to draw their attention. Like, hey, we got something going on. Scott like, ain't that? Hey, man, listen, we got a meeting. But it takes Cyclops. Y'all can see how that mistake happens. It takes Psylocke letting them know that they have a visitor. Or should I say visitors. Visitors as in T'Challa, Shuri, and a contingent of the Dora Milaje. Next page, we find Aurora in her containment cell being taunted by Indega. I find this bit of dialogue interesting in that Indega implies that T'Challa had Aurora in mind when he designed the cell, the containment cell that she's in. Let me jump forward a few years, 10 or so, because this type of insinuation that T'Challa is constantly stabbing Aurora in the back is getting old. One, these characters are created. Two, they can't do anything they aren't written to do. Think about the authors that's written. Or anything that the authors haven't been directed that they do. These are fictional characters. John Ridley has written it where the mutant Gentle was acting as a double agent on Krakoa. He has written it where Aurora has ended her relationship with T'Challa because of this. Let's be clear on some things. T'Challa is a king. My bad. He's an emperor. Aurora has stolen from Wakanda on behalf of Krakoa. Go back to Ten of Swords. There are mutants on Krakoa, Sabretooth, Fabian Cortez, and the like that cannot and should not be trusted under any circumstances. And Aurora is only one person. Also, if the island ever came under attack, Gentle's primary concern, he working for T'Challa, would be to save Aurora under any circumstances. Aurora not knowing about Gentle's allegiance didn't have to be a simple negative thing. It could have been a fully packed suitcase. But once again, the writers and editors at Marvel introduced a plot trope to separate the couple. Newsflash, you haven't had a justifiable reason to keep them separated. Let me just call it for what it is. It's a damn shame that the egos of the editors and writers at Marvel are so fragile that the coupling of those two characters, as well as any potential offspring from that coupling, is just too much to bear. Reed and Sue being together is fine, considering all the issues that they done had in their marriage, in their engagement. Like, she done slept with Namor the Submariner. Like, let's be clear. But putting T'Challa and Aurora together is forcing a relationship. Marvel has actually put more effort into writing stories to separate these two characters than keeping them together. Even the verbal exchange here between T'Challa and Cyclops. While the son of T'Chaka has always made it vocally known that he is Wakandan first, husband, mate, second. Throughout the years, Aurora's loyalty to mutants has always come before her relationship to T'Challa. What writers and editors have never explored is the sentiment of them putting their marriage relationship first. Actually, all things considered, as I just stated, Susan has been complaining about Reed's attentiveness to their marriage for decades now, and Marvel finds a way for them to work it out. Hell, Victor Von Doom is the godfather to their daughter, so if that is possible, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Meanwhile, on Easter Island, we find the broker having tea with Miss Tickle, who cannot wait to get this war started. I mean, we've been waiting on 12 issues to get Doom War started, so who can blame her, right? Y'all, is it just me? Damn, them a lot of Doom bots. Back at Utopia Nation, T'Challa explains exactly what's been transpiring since Volume 5 of Black Panther actually started. The Dasturi have infiltrated all levels of Wakandan government with members in the military as well as the press and the police. The reason T'Challa has been so distant to everyone is because he's aware his every move, his every word is being observed from unknown parties. It wasn't until Namor contacted him when Doom attacked him that he truly knew what and whom he was facing. Wolverine's only care and concern, though, is Aurora. T'Challa explains that in he finding out Wakanda was being monitored, he found out how. Nanites had been placed into the palace food and drinking water, turning everyone into living cameras. That is how Doom gained all of Wakanda's secrets. Now, it appears that the reason why T'Challa and Shuri were able to avoid such infection is because of their relationship with Baz. Now, I know there's someone saying that, well, T'Challa is no longer empowered by Baz. He don't have the powers of the Black Panthers. This is true. That doesn't mean he's lost his connection to her. Remember, she chose him from birth. She will even tell him this later. T'Challa plays chess. He understands sometimes you need to allow your enemy to play their hand before you play yours. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be making supplemental or supporting moves to support your major move. No, it just means you save your major move for later on. To burn the house down at this moment would result in the death of his wife and his nation burning. And what is it for? Why is Doom doing all of this? Because of his desire for vibranium. And I can't lie. That picture, T'Challa, that shield, where it's placed, that look hard as hell. Now, as Reed stated previously, vibranium enhances any weapon it becomes a part of. That said, there's much about vibranium and its enhancement abilities that is unknown. They've never mastered the secret of using magically charged vibranium. Clearly, Doom has, and with as much vibranium as there is in the world, Doom would be all powerful. Back in Wakanda, we find Aurora in her containment cell doing what Aurora does: break out of cells. There are things people need to know about Amora Monroe. She is an Omega level mutant. We all know that. She's also a world-class assassin. She's also a world-class thief. The door opens up to reveal Doom asking for her assistance. I mean, let's face it. He knew she was going to break out sooner or later. Back at Utopia Nation, we get our first unofficial reference to the Midnight Angels, a covert ops force of the Dora Milaje, as Shuri informs the X-Men of their size of their small army. She says Aurora is family to her. She's family to all of them. Now, Marvel doesn't act like it. Essentially, they are asking for help that Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, can't officially give. At this time in Marvel Comics, the mutant population has been dwindled by 90% after Wanda's No More Mutants line. Outside, as the small Wakandan contingent prepare to take back Wakanda, T'Challa and Scott have a little small heart-to-heart. Scott can't give his official word that the X-Men can help, but unofficially, heroes never stop being heroes. And T'Challa's marriage to Aurora doesn't mean she stopped being an X-Men, and X-Men take care of their own. On board, we find a few doors. Colossus, Psylocke, Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler, Logan, aka Wolverine, and Shorty, the Black Panther. Logan makes a nice statement, and I just want y'all to take this statement, let it sink in, let it marinate. Think about what we're talking about in a few months. We are on our way to rescue a queen, overthrow an evil wizard, and win back a country. Y'all know how I feel about T'Challa. Think about what I'm saying. But the last panel, though, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Y'all see them two down there? Emma and Scott sitting in a tree. KISSING. First came. No, never mind. I didn't forgot the words. But y'all see this? T'Challa can't have one woman. And Scott Summers has not just one woman, not just two, but he has the two most powerful telepaths, arguably, in Marvel Comics. Them his women. We can sit up here and say he's sharing Jean Grey with Logan. He ain't sharing. He not sharing Emma Frost with nobody. And low key, Frenzy's still in love with this dude. Like, boy, look here. And damn, ain't Bishop single? Like, can we get? Never mind. I got it. First, I'm gonna do this custom Frenzy, and then I'm gonna go ahead and partner her off with Bishop, because y'all ain't gonna do right. Back in Wakanda, we find Doom complimenting Aurora on her skills as a thief. See, the last lot won't respond to force or magic. Not the last lot, but the penultimate lot. The lot that comes, y'all know what I mean? The lot that comes before the last lot. When she says no, he simply has a diplomat kill. Like, bam, like I'm doomed. Like, look at my name. Like, I'm not here for a long conversation. Like, he don't really play no games. And while she makes a promise to kill him, y'all just need to know Doom's still living. Kind of like that whole promise that T'Challa made, and people still walking around in the MCU. Never mind. Ramunda doesn't want her to give in, but y'all know heroes and they need to save people, so Aurora gonna crack this lock. Back on board the Quinjet, the small team of heroes go over their entry plan into Wakanda. It won't be easy because although T'Challa knows the technology, all the exterior weapon systems are manned, which would result in the loss of life. And while most are reluctant to take life on this particular mission, surely isn't. The Destudi are enemies of Wakanda, and any Wakandan that has sided with them is a traitor, and death is all they got to look forward to. Let me say that one more time. The Destudi are enemies of Wakanda, and any Wakandan that has sided with them is a traitor, and death is all they got to look forward to. And she flat out tells them not to believe the hype. Just because deaths haven't been shown doesn't mean that the Destudi haven't killed, and we've actually seen this, to overtake the throne. She intends to take back Wakanda by any means necessary. Y'all need me to say that one more time. She intends to take back Wakanda by any means necessary. What historical figure, real life figure, made that line famous? And for bonus points, what famous actor looked up to said historical figure? I ain't asking, I'm just asking. Back in Wakanda, we find Ndega making himself way too comfortable as he is alerted by the guards of the hero's arrival. He tells them that should Shuri and T'Challa cross the Wakandan border, kill them on sight. Now, mind you, this comic was written in 2010. Yet here we have it in 2022, where we are reading a story arc being written by John Ridley. Well, someone is telling someone to shoot T'Challa on sight. Like, damn, y'all really can't come up with y'all can't come up with an original story. Anyway, next page over, we find Aurora hard at work trying to crack open the last lock. Next to the last lock, we done been through this. Doom believes she is stalling, so he orders for Ramunda to be killed. Sion jumps in the way, and that's how we lose Sion. Damn. You know, we 13 issues in. It just 13 issues. T'Challa has lost a best friend, his mentor, and his uncle in 13 issues. Damn. From there, we find our small group of heroes standing right outside of Wakanda's borders. The Desturi infested Wakandan army are there to greet them with the hologram of Ndega doing what he does. Talk mad trash. Shuri ain't having it. It's real simple to her. The taking over of the Wakandan government is a criminal act. Message: stand down or die. Read that one more time. The taking over of the Wakandan government is a criminal act. Message: stand down or die. One chance is all she giving you. You know, in this movement to recast T'Challa, I've been asked to do some things. Take some things into consideration. But I need y'all to know my mindset is awfully similar to both Shuri's and T'Challa's. I'm also a Marine Corps veteran who was a legal specialist. Y'all need me to say that one more time? See, yeah, I know what to do with a weapon, but I also know what to do, as LL Cool J would say, with a pen and a pad. So the moves and the statements made going forward, I totally sign off on. Now, Ndega tries wordplay again by associating himself with Wakanda, implying that Shuri's threat to him was a threat against any and all Wakandans. It wasn't. It was a threat meant specifically for him, the Desturi, and any of their supporters. You know, this comic was chock full of ironic subliminal message for the recast T'Challa movement. It is. I ain't lying. Anyway, next up, Doom War Part 2. This was a long review, and I apologize. Hold on. Oh, man. That was a lot. 37 pages. Part 1. That was intense. Damn. Scion. Jonathan Mayberry, I don't know. I mean, I know you don't write no more, but before you started writing this story arc, you didn't see where he had already lost Zuri and Wakabi. Like, you didn't see the scorecard. Like, man, damn, T'Challa done lost 2 people close to it. Like, damn, brother, you don't stall him out? God, shit. Jesus H. Christ. Anyway, we coming back. This is a 6-issue series. I'm trying to get through this. So hopefully we having the next one to you no later than Tuesday. Doom War, Shuri, Black Panther. We got the X-Men. We got Aurora. We got T'Challa. We don't have Ndega no more. Shuri did Ndega like Wanda did Professor X. I'm not supposed to be laughing, but that's how I picture it going down. Listen, like, share, subscribe, share the video and everything like that. It's all about educating people and everything, giving y'all some, because some of y'all, and honestly, if you're ignorant and you don't know, you come on this channel, because I'm ignorant to some stuff, I go learn. There's a difference between being ignorant and stupid. Ignorant means you just don't know. You come on this channel, you get some backstory on who T'Challa, the Dora Milaje, and everything like that. We make it do what it do. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, share the video. Listen, we at 440. 500 ain't but 60 people away. Let's go. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.